Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
We are back. We're set for game 2 of our semifinals here after Valve decided to, well, I guess just let the suspense build on what was going to happen in this, because they decided they needed to release a patch. They said, you know what we need? These open qualifiers are not fair, they're not balanced, because Tiny cannot toss something to a rune. That is not fair. We need to emergency patch right now, because these open qualifiers are... What are we going to do? What are we going to do? But we've patched. We're ready to go. We had to wait for the game coordinator to be down for 10 minutes or whatever, then patch, and then everyone had to get into the game. But we're ready. We're ready to go now. According to Frozen from EnemyGG, they're ready to pick Tiny. He's been buffed significantly with this patch, and I wouldn't be surprised if they actually select him this game. But on a more serious note, first of all, guys, welcome. I'm Niz. If you missed game 1, we saw EWolves take game 1 of the series in a pretty one-sided affair. EnemyGG, they didn't really stand a chance that game. It wasn't even close. It was not even close, as EWolves put on an impressive performance as they're looking to win this game and win this best of 3 and move into the grand finals. EnemyGG, they've got 2 games to win. They're on the outside looking in. Well, let's get into this draft, as we've got Beastmaster and Dazzle getting removed from EnemyGG. We talked a little bit about the drafting tendencies from these two teams at the start of last game, but Dazzle, one of those big heroes that EWolves have picked up. EWolves then banning out the Abaddon and the Ursa, 2 heroes that EnemyGG has used quite a bit. But now we see the Undying making its way through the bans, and now we're finally going to see an Undying today, as he's going to get snagged by EWolves, as he's been pretty much top tier ban every single game I think we've cast. So we're actually going to see one this game, as he's going to get picked up in conjunction with Queen of Pain. EnemyGG, they've played a lot of Witch Doctor, as they're going to snag that with their first pick, and they're going to pick up a Slardar. So I'm not too sure how much they've played Slardar, but they're going to pick that up. So we primarily see that being run in the off lane, but we have seen it once, I think, played in the safe lane in our qualifiers. Move on to our second ban, and this is unfortunately where the majority of the time is spent, as this is where all the teams have been really using their reserve time and deciding what they want to remove. Because this is typically with your first 2 picks, you're setting yourself up. You're seeing what's available, what you like, what gives you enough avenues going forward after those 2 picks that you feel comfortable with your strategies that are available to you. So you haven't really committed to a specific strategy. You may just say, okay, we want to play a specific way, but you're not hard committed to it yet. This is where you're really starting to hone in on that. What direction do you want to go with those 2 picks? As you start putting in those bans, and then you pick up your third hero. That's where, I mean, it depends on the strategy. Sometimes you're still very open-ended after your 3rd pick, but the 4th pick, you're very committed to what you're going to be doing. As our bans actually come up pretty quickly there, as Gyrocopter gets removed by EnemyGG, and Phantom Lantern gets removed by the EWolves. It's again surprising that Gyrocopter made it through the initial bans. We've seen him get banned out quite a bit, but he did get first picked last game by EWolves. This time he makes it through the first set of picks and actually gets banned in the second round. A little surprising there. But now Spirit Breaker getting banned out by EnemyGG. They don't want to have to go up against that more strong roaming potential that EWolves showed last game. It's also here that you can definitely run with an Undying on your team as well. So they'll remove that. Now it's EWolves, their final ban in the second round of bans, and then it's their pick. So they're going to ban out Terrorblade. Man, I forgot about that hero. We saw it get played a little bit the other day, but man, I forgot about him. Lone Druid. It's been played a few times by EWolves. We got to see one of those games, as Ewo's been playing that. The one game that we did get to see, we didn't really get to see Ewo do much. The other 4 players pretty much put him on their back and just kind of won the game. Not that Ewo played bad. I'm not trying to say Ewo played bad. His team won before he could do much. That's it. It's not about his performance per se. He was ready. He was a supporting cast in case they decided to screw up. But maybe we might see Ewo have a little bit of a performance this game. I think at one point there was I was going over the supports. The Dazzle was 2-0 and 12. I think the Witch Doctor was 3-0 and 12, and Ewo was 3-1 and 3 or something on the Lone Druid. And everyone had records like that except for Ewo, who was at 3-1 and 3. And, there was a lot of kills in that game, and they were almost all on the side of EWolves. But EnemyGG. Come on, make a pick here. Give us something to talk about. So I guess we could talk about Lone Druid all day, but maybe we can't. That's Lone Druid with his entangles. How annoying is that? Oh my goodness. We saw Frozen get some really good bash procs last game, but it wasn't enough for his team. But they got their first kill of the game on Smash in the top lane because of a lucky bash proc. I think that was their first kill. No, they got the first kill at the top rune. It was their first kill outside of the battle for runes.
Life Stealer.
Radiant team pick.
Life Stealer. Wow. Wow. I've seen Banana Slam Jamma play this. I have seen him play this. This
Dire team pick.
This might have been the start of 686. It was in the Semi-Pro Cup series that I believe he played it with a stack. It wasn't this team. Or it might have been. It might have been this team. I don't remember, but I remember him playing it. I don't exactly remember what they did with it, but I do remember them playing with it. I think they even went aggro with it.
10 seconds remaining.
But EWolves pick up a Vengeful Spirit.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
No, we've seen EWolves 5th ban Viper many times. I think this time around it might be EnemyGG 5th banning it. Because it seems like it would be a decent pick for EWolves. Mirana's gonna get banned out.
Team ban.
Mirana, they're banning out the Mirana because the roaming Mirana is actually quite effective with an Ember Spirit in the mid lane. If Ember Spirit's able to, basically the Mirana throws the arrow and then Ember Spirit just chains you in place. We saw Team Freedom do that a couple days ago with fun on that. They had really good coordination there, and the Ember Spirit just pretty much guaranteed that the arrow was going to land. It was a really good play.
Radiant team.
EnemyGG, they like I said, they be playing a lot of Ogre, but we still haven't seen them pick it. This time they're actually going to ban it out. I wonder if the Viper's a viable option here. I really wonder. But what they did when they played the Lone Druid earlier is they actually ran it safe lane.
10
But
seconds remaining.
the Lone Druid was effectively in a tri-lane as well. So it was kind of like a defensive tri-lane with the Lone Druid. I forget what they had mid, but then they created a 1v1 lane in the bottom with Van on the Timbersaw. But now they're going to pick up a Bat Rider, so they might actually... I like the Bat Rider. He's a hero that's going to be able to do something to the Lifestealer when he's raged. Obviously, you can swap him as well. You've got Entangle. I don't think Lifestealer is a very good pick for them, but I know they like playing it, so they obviously know better than me. I'm not going to pretend to be a Lifestealer expert.
5 seconds
But
remaining.
EWolves definitely have some tools to deal with it. And on top of that, they've got 3 right-clicking
10
cores that
seconds
don't do
remaining.
terribly well against an Undying. As
5
Witch Doctor
seconds
is going to be the only one who's going to be able to right-click. There we go. They pick up a Skywrath Mage. So that's another ranged hero that's going to be able to right-click down tombstones, which is going to be pretty important for some of the earlier fights. Here we go. We're hopping into the game, and immediately we've got a pause. That's what we do. As Frozen unfortunately pauses and then disconnects, so obviously getting a slight little bug there. It's a quick restart, and we hope it's going to be quick. We'll solve. We're just checking some of my caster messages there, but making sure everything's going all right with the tournament on the other end. But looks like Frozen has just reconnected, so we should be set to go. Surprisingly, we haven't seen a bunch of pings or anything like that, which we saw last game coming up from EWolves. They are pretty sure on what they want to be doing for the early game. And as I say that, here come the pings. Oh, just 1. 2. EWolves are ready. What about Enemy? There we go. So here we go. Let's get started. We're in game 2 of this best of 3 between EWolves and EnemyGG. The winner. Well, I guess I shouldn't say the winner. The winner of the series gets a trip to the grand finals of these America's Open qualifiers, the second iteration of it. We've already saw EWolves unfortunately lose in the finals to Team Freedom, who took the first ticket to the main qualifiers, represent America. But, let's introduce our teams and our players here. So we've got the EWolves on our Radiant side here. We've got Sia playing the Undying. We've got Masoku on the Vengeful Spirit. Van's going to be playing the Queen of Pain. Smash is going to be on the Bat Rider. Evo is going to be playing the Lone Druid. I'm actually really excited to see Smash play this Bat Rider. Haven't seen him play Bat Rider yet. Bat Rider is one of the heroes I really like. We've got Enemy or EnemyGG on the Dire side here. We got BSJ, Banana Slam Jamma. He's going to be playing the Lifestealer. We've got Loom playing the Witch Doctor. And maybe some action on the bottom. We've got Sovereign playing the Slardar. Frozen's going to be on the Skywrath Mage. And Slayer's going to be on the Ember Spirit. The horn's going to sound, and that means we're about ready to start this game. As we've got a battle here for the bottom rune. The bear, it wanted it, but it's not going to get it. It's going to get stunned up. Slayer's going to get it. So the Ember Spirit getting that bounty rune, and Van on the Queen of Pain going to get the other bounty rune. So both mid laners getting the bounty runes. As each team gets to their lanes, as we'll quickly see where everyone's going. We've got a Bat Rider and even the Undying going up top to accompany Smash on that Bat Rider in the top lane. They're going to be going up against a Lifestealer and a Witch Doctor. I really don't see how that lane's going to do against a Bat Rider. But we've got Queen of Pain and Vengeful Spirit in the mid lane going up against the Ember Spirit and the Skywrath Mage. Once again, we kind of expect those two support heroes to rotate away from there. Evo is now left in a 1v1 against Sovereign. Sovereign trying to go after the bear. Will he be able to get it? A little bit of miss micro there from Evo. Never mind. He was just baiting him. As he'll resummon the bear as it was just about to die from one more auto attack from Sovereign. We got action in the mid lane. Is Frozen taking some damage, but he'll be okay. Van actually taking the worst end of that. Sia's going to get stunned up here as the cast. Will it bounce back to him? No. Smash and Sia are going to try to go on BSJ here, just doing a little bit of damage. I don't really see anyone potentially dying here. We do have a Skywrath Mage dying to neutral creeps, but I believe that was intentional to take the faster trip back to the fountain to get the regen up. Smash now trying to take this stacked easy camp, and Sia is even going to drop the tombstone. They really want this gold from the stack camp, and Loom's going to try to come in and contest, but he really can't. Instead, all this gold is going to go the way of the EWolves, and they even have first blood in the bottom lane as Ewo and Masoku managed to get a kill on, on the Slaughter in the off lane. Unfortunately, I missed that on the camera for you guys. Feel free to spam T-Tours in chat. We've got Smash getting slowed up here. The open wounds from BSJ has slowed him down. Loom's already thrown his cask. Will they have enough damage to bring down this Bat Rider? No. 180 HP left. On the bottom lane, we've got to dive past the towers. Frozen's in trouble. Will he go down? The answer is yes. Masoku had that haste rune, and that's going to allow him to get those final attacks. And Sovereign's actually just barely going to get the crush onto both heroes. I didn't think that was going to reach onto Ewo, but it did. But either way, Sovereign had to back away. He's taken way too many points of damage there. Just to play a little bit more responsible there as they back away. And I'm missing a kill on the top lane, as BSJ is going to get a kill on the Smash. I don't know how that happened, but maybe Smash playing a little bit too aggressive there in the top lane and getting punished for it, because I don't really see how that lane can go on him without him really overextending. The open wounds basically has no range, like at all. Like, look at it. It's really, really low. So for him to be able to lead with an open wounds onto Bat Rider, obviously Smash had to really step up there. Even if they led with a cask, still it's even difficult after a cask for the Nakes to get up close enough. And this is going to get harassed a little bit in the mid lane. The Slayer's taken a little bit of damage, but his bottle's just arrived. That's going to get him back up and healthy and ready to fight. As Van's actually our leader in terms of CS. He's at 22-5 right now. Next is actually basically our two safe laners, almost tied. 18-2 for Banana Slam Jam on the Lifestealer. Then it's Ewo at 17-0. But Sovereign is about to go down here. We just saw Masoku go down, but yes, the Slayer will go down, so it's a kill going either way. And that's got to be advantage for the EWolves because they get the kill on that offlaner. And Frozen, he might be in trouble here as the Bear's going to keep attacking. Ewo, will he get another attack off? No, apparently not. Frozen, come on. There we go. Finally, we're going to have an entangle. Because that didn't seem like a lone druid player until finally he got that much needed entangle. He was just playing with the system there. As Ewo is in trouble, Sovereign's TP'd back after his respawn, and he's just going to try to chase down this lone druid. We've got kills going on in other lanes as Ewo even gets the kill onto the Witch Doctor. I don't know how that happened, but Sovereign now in trouble. I think that was the creep wave that did the brunt of the damage, but now Sovereign is going to go down to about 200 HP. This game has been ridiculous with the number of kills all over the place. We only have 8 kills in 5 minutes. It's not that ridiculous, but they've been happening all over the place and kind of unpredictable. Our Slayer now will TP back to the mid lane as Van is in trouble, but will just barely be able to blink away. So I don't know how he got here, but he's on the other side of Sovereign here. They might look to dive here as the wave is pushing, and yes, this Slardar is in trouble. The Bear's on low HP, but they will lead with the stun, but they don't know Loom's coming in from behind, but he's going to be a little bit too late as the Slardar does go down. As now the Bear's going to try to get in an entangle. It's not going to happen. The tower will get the last hit on the Bear, so the Bear goes down. Ewo will just resummon it immediately, though. More importantly, Loom not getting the last hit there for the extra gold. Smash just trying to contest, and this is, ooh, BSJ almost getting the kill on the Smash there, doing a lot of damage that I don't think he was expecting. But this is a problem when you rotate so many heroes away from your safe lane. I really think the Lifestealer is going to struggle here, and he's not going to be able to maintain his CS. Right now it's going great, 42-5. CS, he's number 1. Number 2 is Van at 35 and 7 in the mid lane on the Queen of Pain. But you look at the two safe laners, and Ewo, yeah, he's been a part of some kills. He's at 4-0 and 2. I guess that isn't some kills. That's a lot of kills at this point in the game. But he's only managed 27 CS. Oh, Slayer and Frozen gonna come up onto the high ground here. Van's already kind of on low HP, but he's just kind of being greedy. He does have an ult up in 3 seconds, and he's also got a regen rune bottled. So just kind of playing around with his HP there. Now he's gonna smoke up with Masoku, or they're gonna look for a kill. Is it just gonna be on the mid lane? I've used that regen, and yeah, Frozen's in trouble here. They're gonna lead on him. It's just so much damage. Immediately he goes down. Now Slayer will jump forward. He wants a return kill on the Vengeful Spirit. Won't be able to find it. Loom is also there to try to help him out, but both of them are going to have to back away. As Sia TP's on in, gets the soul rip off, giving Masoku a little bit more HP. But they're not really going to dive. Speaking of diving, we got diving in the bottom lane. Smash. He's flown in from the side. He's going to lead with the lasso off onto Sovereign, as they're just going to be able to right-click him down and collect a tier 1 tower soon thereafter. Glyph will get used to delay them slightly, but that tier 1 tower is as good as dead, and Ewo will get the last hit. BSJ doing a little bit of pushing in the top lane. He's got his armlet recipe, so he's actually almost got that completed. That's going to be the item pickup for him. Van's going to try to wait up here for the 8-minute rune. He's going to get silenced by Frozen, but he should be fine to blink away as soon as that wears off, and indeed he does. Smash up to 1,500 gold, almost has his blink dagger. Great start to the game for Smash, despite dying in that top lane. Now Ewo has actually come up to the top lane. Is that he's sitting at 1,500 gold, getting pretty close to actually picking up his relic, about halfway there. Well, not quite halfway, but getting there. But then we look at Sovereign, and oh, he doesn't have any gold. He doesn't have his Tranquils finished, and he's a long way out from having a Blink Dagger. Frozen's actually going to pick up that Arcane Rune, which was sitting there for a while. Van wants to keep going for the kill, and now he's going to have to back away, but here comes Smash, but Smash doesn't have any mana. So he's not the scariest bat in the world. So Loom's going to get caught in an entangle. Sovereign's going to have to come in and slither and crush, but the bear just gets too many attacks off, and that's a dead Witch Doctor. Now they're going to go after Frozen, as Frozen's going to go down. Ewo's unstoppable. He just got a double kill, 6-0 and 3. He's been a part of 9 of his team's 11 kills. And BSJ, he's run and gotten an Ancient creep, so he's going to be inside the Ancient Black Dragon for a bit here. This Ancient Black Dragon actually helps Lifestealer, first of all, stay tanky and stay ungankable, but also allows him to farm the creep waves, and he's actually going to jump out of it immediately so that he can be a part of this kill onto Masoku. They did lose Loom to start things off, and Smash is going to get the lasso off onto Slayer, trying to bring him back, but not really too far. He's going to try to jump away, but not going to be able to. Van's going to get the kill onto him. They're not done. They're going to keep going forward. Will they be able to cast Sovereign? No. Frozen's there, backing him up, but now BSJ. Oh no, he's off by himself. He's in the middle of all the elite wolves. He's just going to stand there and man fight. Maybe this is going to work out for him, as he almost gets the kill on the Undying, but no. The Undying is able to get away. Smash doing some great body blocking there, as BSJ will eventually go down. He jumps into a creep, giving him a little bit more HP with the Infest. Tries to man fight again, but no. Van is there with the right clicks. And BSJ goes down 15-3 for Elite Wolves right now, as they once again are looking great to start things off here. We'll actually switch over to the net worth and see what that means for a game. We've got Ewo number 1. Is that surprising? I don't think so. He's been a part of so many kills. He's a monster. 8-0 and 5. You know, maybe he heard me calling him out on on his low participation in the other game we saw with him on the Lone Druid. But this game, he's been all over the place. He's only not been a part of 2 kills for his team. That's unreal in a Lone Druid. 11 minutes in, but he's sitting at 6,700 net worth. We've got it's actually dropped down to 1,000 gold. Has he already picked up his relic? No, he's actually gone for a Maelstrom. Okay, so not going for the Radiance build. Going for the attack speed, and I think that actually makes a little bit more sense with going up against a Lifestealer. More attack speed on the bear means more entangle procs, which is a good way to slow down and kite that Lifestealers. So EWolves gonna find another kill as that Slardar didn't have a chance in hell of surviving there, but they're not done. Van gonna blink forward, they're gonna go after Loom. Will they be able to bring him down? One more attack. Yes, they will. Loom goes down. Sia's gonna get the last hit there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Van now moves pretty securely into second place in terms of net worth. BSJ still just farming away. Got that armlet, but that's 5,000 net worth, but I don't know if it's enough. What else do they have? Starman actually is going to get a stun here on Masoku. They might be able to find an easy kill on the Vengeful Spirit. Masoku swaps BSJ, who is already in melee range. Doesn't really give him much distance there. But Masoku will go down there, so Enemy gets their 4th kill of the game, but still a long shot away from EWolves, sitting at 17. Well, they're going to try to go for Roche here. There isn't any vision of them making this rotation, but I think it's pretty obvious based on them not sticking around for mid after getting that kill there, backing away. The Ember showing mid here actually is probably going to give them a decent shot at disguising this, but yeah, the bear just comes running on through, scouting out things. We'll even pick up a Hyperstone at the shop there. But is EWolves going to be able to get there in time? They walk into Roche, they see Roche is down to about 3rd HP, and they see Enemy running out of the pit, so Enemy is now in a really rough spot. They have to back away. They've got their lifesteal on very low HP. He's actually going to go all the way back to Fountain, and now this could just be an easy Roche for EWolves. Yeah, it will be. Enemy can't even contest this. Well, that kind of backfired for them. Ewo is going to get an Aegis. As BSJ is going to go back up to the top lane to farm, but I don't think EWolves are going to let him. They're just going to keep pushing. We've seen them do this every single game. They have an alright laning phase, but then they just take over the map. Coming out of the laning phase, they take over the map and break down all your towers, and they don't lose any of their own. Like, Slayer's getting a little bit of split push damage in on the bottom tier 1, but they're losing a tier 2 while this is going on, and they're not able to even take a tier 1 tower. EWolves are just moving very, very efficiently around the map, and they're getting towers on it. It's working so well against everyone we've seen them play against so far. Again, 14 minutes in, and they're attacking a tier 3 tower. Just absolutely unreal. Glyph will come out from Enemy, but are they even going to come back and defend here? Their lifesteal, I believe, is still on cooldown with his TP. In fact, he doesn't even have one right now because he TP'd up to the top lane. And then, insult to injury. Courier flies in. It gets right-clicked down by Ewo. Then, of course, he gets an entangle. BSJ's in trouble as he pops out of the infest. Smash, blinks on in. Lasso's there. BSJ's still actually kind of healthy. He's down about half HP, but the Sonic Wave's going to come in, drop him down a little bit better, a little bit lower, but Armlet toggling, kind of keeping him alive. Is he going to be able to do anything? He's just man fighting, but he will go down. The Ember Spirit having to jump away. A Sovereign and Frozen not really able to contribute much to that team fight either. You know, it goes back to the draft, and I was kind of questioning, is lifesteal even going to be the pick here? EWolves had already had a decent tool to deal with it in the Lone Druid, but then of course they pick up the Bat Rider. They don't ban out the Viper, so that was an option too. Is Sovereign gonna get knocked back by the Flame Blast? Great positioning of that from Smash. The Slayer's gonna get a nice Searing Chains off on 2 there, but he's gonna go down. Van's actually gonna TP out and go back and get a little bit more HP, but immediately more buybacks coming out this early in the game from Enemy as they try not to desperately lose this game. As Slayer getting forced to buy back, BSJ will find a kill on Masoku once again. That's it. They have to buy back to not lose their racks 15 minutes in, and on the back of that, they only get 1 pick off. It's just rough. Like, look at this gold graph. Oh my goodness. I don't think like that's perfect. That is a perfect graph indicating what's going on in this game. It was kind of close, kind of close, kind of close, and as the game goes on, it just gets steeper and steeper and steeper as EWolves just kind of take over this game, over 15k ahead in terms of gold, XP over the 10k mark, and now they're going to get a little bit more as they just grab BSJ, pull him up onto the high ground. They could leave him here if they want to, but no, they'll just slowly kill him. He'll be able to armlet toggle for a bit. But yeah, he'll go down there. So they do find a kill on him. 22-5 now. As EWolves looking like they're in a pretty damn good position to make it to the grand finals here. I'm not sure what's going on in the other series. Not sure if Veggie Esports were able to come back in game 2. I know that they were quite behind in game 1, and I believe they GG'd out very early on. Things were just not going well for them in the early laning phase.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
I'm not sure the result of Game 2, so I'm not sure if we already have a team waiting in the Grand Finals or not. But we are going to most likely have EWolves getting to the finals here as they bring down the mid-racks. So what do you do as enemy here? I don't know. I don't think there's an answer in all of Dota, as now we're going to have more items coming out. Mech gets completed by Undying. Smash. He's got an energy booster? Sure, why not? We also have an AC getting picked up by Ewo, so he's got more than enough attack speed. Nailstrom AC. But the Yules, now an Orchid completed by Van. I mean, Slayer's not really going to be able to do much because he's going to get silenced. And if it's not used on Slayer, then it's getting used on the Nakes, so that the Nakes isn't going to be able to do anything because he's silenced. They just don't have any items. Like, they don't... Slayer's trying to go for a drums, and he doesn't have it yet, 18 minutes in. He just will get reclaimed, but... Sovereign's got his Tranquil, sitting at 700 gold, but still pretty far away from getting that Blink Dagger. Got an Armlet and a Sange on the Lifestealer. I believe he wants to probably build into an SNY. EWolves, they just continue to take towers. More gold. Smash. Keeps looking for a target. The Aether Lens was completed for him. Making it a little bit easier for him to lasso when he blinks in. Masoku's actually going to swap Sovereign in, and they're just going to be able to right-click him down because of course they've got the entangles when they're needed. Sovereign will buy back into the game immediately. They need to right-click down this tombstone, but they're not going to be able to because Smash jumps on in, lassos the Slaughter, and it's a buyback or a dieback for Sovereign. As BSJ is actually, he's going to pop out of that, pop out of the ultimate, and he's just dead. Just the right-clicks are going to come out. The GGs get immediately called, and once again, just another very one-sided affair. As EWolves. You know, a lot of people are kind of surprised that they didn't get put into the main qualifier, as is. But yeah, they almost got in on the first open qualifier, but they got knocked down by Team Freedom, and now they're going to have a second chance as they're going to advance to our grand finals, where we've got another best of 3. Take a quick look and see what's going on with our other game.